Hi there, nice to see you once again. This week our theme is Art in the Night, and you can probably see the mystery of the night that has been captured by the Floodbrook artists in the paintings behind me. Today I'm going to show you how to do an animal in the night. And like this wonderful fox that a student did that's been in my art room for years, I'm going to show you how to put together simple shapes, step by step, to do your own fox in the night. So get out your art supplies and have some fun. Okay, so let's get started. To do this project, you're going to need the following: your nice set of oil pastels, and perhaps a pencil. A white pencil will show up nicely when you're planning, but a regular pencil will show up silver as well. So what we need to do when we're making our fox is to really look for simple shapes. If you notice, his head is kind of like a triangle with a curve. It's actually a fan shape. So that's where we're going to get started. I'm going to do it with white pencil, pressing down so you can see it, and then you can follow along. Remember, if you want to, you can pause the video anytime. So I don't want to make my fox tiny because I have to fill it in and color it with these oil pastels, which are quite thick. So I need to make my shapes nice and big and take up the whole page. So I'm going to start with my V. Okay, a V like that. And for the head, the top of the head, it's like a fan, a nice curve. At the bottom of the V, have you got that? At the bottom of the V, step by step, you make a circle. So there's my circle at the bottom of the V. Next, I'm going to do the eyes. So I'm going to start here, and it's almost like a little, just a curve down to here, curve down to here. What if they aren't exactly the same? It's just fine. Inside that, I have my eyes. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually pick up my black pastel, and I'm going to get started on this. I hope you'll be able to see it on here. Can you see that? Maybe not. I think I will continue with my white pencil just in case, and then we'll color it in. So I need a body. His body starts up here, around the middle of his eye, white space around his eyes, and it comes around like that, kind of like a pear. So I'm going to draw kind of a pear right there. Okay, next, I forgot his ears. Triangles for ears. And I want to show that white area of the fox. So I'm going to do a nice rainbow curve right here. And you can do your fox two ways. I've had kids do it so that the tail comes right down in front of them like they're nestling with their tail. Or you can make the tail up and show his black boots. I think I will show his black boots today. Okay, just simple shapes put together. And now I need a tail, and his tail is kind of like a paintbrush. So up and down, and he has a little white spot at the tip of his tail. Now I want to show him outside at night. So I am going to use the hop over trick, the famous Floodbrook hop over trick. Line, hop over a line, he's on a hill. And of course, the fox went out on a moonlit night. Okay, so you've got your shapes, and now we're going to go over them with black oil pastel, which I hope you can see in this video. If you can't, you're just going to have to trust me. I'll try to leave a little of the white showing so you understand. Going back over here, I'm not going to color that in yet. Here's why. Here's that pear shape. I'm not showing the bottom of the pear right now. I'm going to do a rainbow curve. I'm going to do his nice boots that I'm going to color in black later. And all that remains is the tail. And if you want to, you can practice on one sheet and then get out a second sheet and carry on. So I have my shapes, and now it's time to add the color. The first thing I'm going to do is the white part around his eyes. Taking my white oil pastel and filling in the space right there. That nice half curve on the side of his face, And now I am going to take my black oil pastel and put his eyes. Oh, now he's looking at me. I'm going to do his little nose. For the fur of your fox, I like brown. I'm doing a red fox, so I am going to use brown, and we have a nice reddish brown here, but I'm also going to add some red to it. I love when I can blend my colors and make them more interesting. So I will start coloring. And what I'm going to do is blend a little red in it. Then I'm going to fast forward this so you don't have to sit here and spend your morning watching me color. A little red, a little brown, or if you want, you can make it all red. Or I suppose if you wanted, you could even make it a blue fox. You decide. So now I've finished my fox and it's time for the background. I think I'm going to start with his wonderful hill down below. I can use any color I want, but I think I will use some greens, and I could use a very dark green, but I think I want some contrast with that black. So I'm going to use some light green and some dark green together. I think when I blend my colors, it's much more interesting. So I will color this in. And I will do that a little bit later. For the sky, your choice. Are you going to use a dark blue, a light blue, or a different color? What you want to do when you do your sky, though, is remember, go outline around your fox first, and then color away from it. So many times I have kids who get so busy coloring, they end up coloring right over their beautiful shapes they've already drawn, and they get upset. So if you outline it first and color away from your fox, it will turn out better. And I think I will try a little bit of blue, light blue and dark blue mixed, and I like the way that's coming out. The oil pastels on the black paper really glow and make a wonderful texture as well. So stay tuned. See you back here. Well, I'm all done, and I have to admit my hand is tired. So I'm going to suggest you color a little bit, then take a break, go outside and play, and come back to this later. One other thing, I colored right to the edge of my work, which I think looks fabulous. But I was very glad that I had an extra piece of paper underneath so I didn't ruin my work surface. Now we're going to do our final touch, and that's that wonderful moon. I'm going to try some yellow, but I think what happens with the yellow is the black kind of tones it down. So I'm going to mix some white in with my yellow to make a glowing moonlight night. Right to my edges. And you can decide, do you want it all white, or do you want to add a little yellow? Or do you want to make it a purple moon? You get to decide. When you're all done, my final touch is to go back and make sure you haven't lost any of your nice black lines that makes your fox show up against the background. I think I'm done. So, have fun, take your time, do it in a couple steps if you need to, and when you're all done, would you click on Add Response and send me a picture of your work? We can't wait to see it. Bye-bye.